All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third LEOG, League of Extremely Ordinary Gentlemen.
The third and final.
Third and final?
No, I'm kidding.
It's like, oh, didn't we tell you?
This is a mini-series.
Yeah, and tonight, Leon has brought a guest with him that he works with in that other world outside of Spill.
That's true. The lovely Allison, who is not only a hardcore geek girl, but she's actually got a sense of humor, which is pretty rare for a woman, you got to admit.
Yeah.
That's okay. I was just going to add that I am neither ordinary or a gentleman, so...
Well, you know, it's a loose term.
Loose term.
Yeah.
Okay, loose term.
Yeah, nobody else would call us gentlemen either.
We're so pleased in general just to have a woman in my house at all that I don't even know what to do.
We're gentlemen in the way a gentleman's club is a gentleman's club.
Very true, very true. Except for no strippers.
Gentleman is in quotations.
Right.
Let's go with 5 questions.
Oh, you want to start off with the 5 questions?
Sure, that's what we usually do, so we can get to know Allison.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Let me ask Allison a question. Allison is a big fan of action movies. So, name your 3 top action heroes.
Terminator, Linda Hamilton.
Okay. Wait,
Because-
are you naming Linda Hamilton? Are you naming Sarah Connor or the Terminator himself?
I'm going to say Sarah Connor. She's
Okay,
totally an action heroine.
All right, and has her own series.
Yes. And, you know, she does pull-ups for
True.
recreation, and I admire that in a woman because I couldn't do a pull-up.
Yeah.
Singular.
I know what you mean. I see people doing push-ups one-armed, and I'm
so
just like,
jealous.
I can't picture doing a push-up both arms with the
Period.
knees on the ground.
I see you doing pull-ups all the time. You just usually have a cupcake in your hand.
I can do it as long as I got sugar. I think you're talking about fruit roll-ups is what you're thinking of, not pull-ups.
I really enjoyed the Transporter movies.
Really? With Jason Statham, however you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is kind of the new Bruce Willis in some ways.
Yes.
Is he really?
Sure, he's got that whole, like, Joe Average thing going for him. And I think it has a lot to do with the receding hairline.
Yeah, bald.
Well, that's true. That's true. He's bald and he's kind of short.
Yeah.
Yet he's doing all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's
Yeah, but I'm going not really. Yeah, I totally see what you're saying. You're right.
Yeah.
Right. That's because that's how Bruce Willis got in, as being like he was average Joe.
Yeah, he was Joe Everyman. He's not totally built and but he's in good shape.
See, that's what always cracked me up about Bruce Willis. Like him doing Die Hard, it was almost kind of a goof because up to that point he was the goofy guy on Moonlighting.
It totally.
So the idea of making this goofy guy, an action star for one movie was like, wow, that's so cool.
And then he kicked everybody's ass.
And then he became action.
But then somehow
Yeah.
he became action star for real. It's like, no, that's not how this is supposed to work. It's like when Eddie Murphy started making real albums. It's like, hey, when Eddie Murphy sang on Delirious, she's like, wow, that guy's got a good voice. Hey, man, you ought to put out a real record. But then once he did it, you're like,
Not really.
oh, no, I was just drunk at that party. I didn't
really.
mean it.
Yeah.
Don't do that ever again. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, that would be bad.
So, yeah, the cleats and the oil scene.
No, that was awesome, yeah.
Awesome.
So now,
Awesome.
are you choosing Transporter over Crank? Or is Crank going to be your third?
Ooh, no. I'm
you
going to
just-
loop that in together with the Transporter, like, just make that, like, a general...
So in your mind, Crank is like the third Transporter movie.
alternate universe
Okay.
Transporter movie.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I admit, I didn't even see the second Transporter because everyone I know who loved the first one, because I did. I was like, this is dumb, fun action movie greatness. But all those same people who said the same thing as me came from Transporter 2 saying, yeah, really, not so much. So I just never got around to watching it. But Crank, on the other hand, which I didn't even realize had come out in the theater. It came and went so fast.
Yeah.
Carlisle had it on DVD. And I was like, what's this? I don't know. I was like, oh, dude, you have to watch it. So,
But when he says that should be like one of those things where you go like, yeah, that means I have to not watch it.
But I had nothing better to do. I had like a fifth of whiskey and a brand new set of earphones and nothing to do with my night. So I strapped on the whiskey and drank the headphones and watched the movie. And it was amazing. I've watched it 3 times since then.
Wow.
I
It's
really
hilarious.
love that
I've
movie.
got to see this.
Yeah,
It's
it's just so
hilarious.
dumb. It somehow transcends badness and turns into good again.
Is there another movie you could compare it to?
Evil Dead 2, maybe.
Okay, fair
Just
enough.
a little bit.
Okay.
I can see that because of the humor and the...
The way it's so exaggerated and just, fuck reality. This
Yeah.
is just for fun. And
Yeah.
we know it going into it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally a scene where he goes into a bar and you hear chaos erupting and the bar itself expands out like a Bugs Bunny cartoon or
Yeah.
something.
What?
Some,
Okay.
Some erection jokes. It's nice.
Well, now that you make that comparison to Bugs Bunny, how does it compare to Shoot 'em Up?
It's a lot funnier than Shoot 'em Up was. Shoot 'em Up
really?
It's almost like Shoot 'em Up tried. I did like Shoot 'em Up, but it knew what it was doing too much. It was too self-conscious about its silliness.
Okay.
At points, and this is just like fuck it. We don't care. We're just doing this for fun. You know. I mean,
Okay.
we're not expecting anybody to take this seriously. We're not expecting to make $1 billion. We just all want to have a good time making a fun action movie. And wow, that worked. What a shocker.
All right, right on. Okay, Allison, number 3.
Well, I'm going to have to plead genre on this and say the Layer Cake, Lock, Shock, and Smoke and Barrels movies, but just because of the British factor.
So you're just all about
sexy-
Jason Statham here, pretty much.
Yeah, kind of.
So you don't have any.
Jason-
There's not aliens. There's no.
Oh, okay, but I was kind of thinking sci-fi horror for that one.
I think of that one as what it is,
Okay.
but it's also action.
Okay, well, hell yeah, then Sigourney Weaver, another chick with a gun, killing some
Lots of
shit.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's pretty rad.
Okay.
Pretty rad.
Going around killing big bugs.
Stuff and aliens.
Having alien babies. And
Yeah, wait, not till later. That was
Yeah.
the bad.
that
aliens.
wasn't her. That thing in there. That's not the goose.
It never happened. Sorry. La 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 la.
I didn't see it.
You are a Dungeons and Dragons fan. A girl who's a D&D fan, which
Yes.
is right there like a paradox. The universe should all
Exactly.
cease to exist
Yes.
or something.
You're a duck-billed platypus.
Yes, at one point I almost purchased a bumper sticker. I'm generally not a fan of the bumper sticker on your car. I think it, depletes you as a human being.
Yeah, it does.
But
It depletes us all.
Yes.
I considered only 2 in my lifetime, and one of them was, if you're so goth, where were you when we stacked Byzantium? That's hilarious. The second one was, yes, I game, no, I will not marry you. Because
Well, that gets
also-
rid of my third question. But my actual question was, so you've been playing for a long time, right? I mean, I assume since you were younger, most people get into it when they're a teenager, at least.
It's like smoking, because once you're an adult, you're too smart to get into it.
It's true.
Martin, always bringing me down with the time and stuff.
I know, but you can get on me about stuff.
Okay, right on. It's fair.
right.
I actually didn't play until I was about 19.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's really strange. You must have been dating some
I was
guy
dating
who...
someone.
Okay,
yes.
okay, there we go.
And he was like,
You made Leon spit out whiskey.
I must have been a special guy, being a D&D player and all.
special. Yes. Maybe not in the positive sense.
So not only did he play D&D, he was retarded.
He's kind of retarded. Yeah.
Man, I have totally got a
Dude,
shot with
those
this
two
shit.
things are mutually exclusive.
Yeah, but he was hot.
Yeah, he was kind of dreamy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tall and had an overhanging forehead. Yeah, it was shade in the
I'm-
summer.
I'm sure he was the alpha male of the D&D set.
Sure, he's always
Yeah.
playing the barbarians. Yeah. So my question to you
Yes,
really
funny.
was: so like all this time you've played, what's the funniest thing that happened during a game?
Well, I don't really play seriously as, Shannara, the Night Mistress of Wolfenstein or anything like that.
But that really was your character, right?
Yeah.
Is that Ilsa She-Wolf of the SS? You know, like that?
No, really, take us through it. What was one of your characters? I'm not going to make fun of you. I want to hear it.
Right.
No, I promise.
I totally believe you.
I promise. Totally, I promise.
Plus, I'll tell you a big embarrassing secret about him.
Okay,
And he's got a
fair.
lot of 'em.
That's fair. That's fair. One of the people we work with, LARPs,
What is a LARP?
live action role playing.
Oh,
you not
yeah.
only role play, but you role play with swords, and you.
So tell me this: if you LARP
Yes.
and you play a werewolf,
Yes.
does that make you a furry?
Ooh, good question.
Possibly.
Which reminds me of the embarrassing story about Leon, but anyway, go on.
Yeah, I just need to know the next time I'm with my group.
No, wait, that was an episode of CSI. Never mind. Sorry.
Another one of your passions, I just found out recently. I mean, you mentioned it before, but I just recently found out how much of a passion it is.
Okay.
Is Magic the Gathering.
Oh no.
Now, what separates Magic the Gathering from, say, Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh, okay. Well, Magic the Gathering was around longer. Maybe it's like an old school, new school thing, like Adidas Shell Toes versus Adidas with the colorful shell toes. I don't really know. But
And how'd you get into it?
Yes.
Okay, I guess from D&D, is it a natural extension? Oh, it's a boyfriend again.
Yeah, it was a boyfriend.
Jeez. All right, so basically, I'm going to put this out there that Allison is single at the moment, and she's really cute.
Not for long.
I know.
No, not the cute part, the single part. Yeah, I got this whole bottle of hydrochloric acid.
So all of you D&D, Magic the Gathering, geek nerds, fans out there.
Whoa.
I'm a black-red deck man myself.
White and green.
Really? White and green?
Yeah.
Pussy.
I overwhelm you with my squirrels.
Yeah,
and then
that's such a chick deck, I swear to
is.
God.
It's kind of a chick deck. Angels and squirrels.
I mean, I have a blue and red, but you got to have either red or black in your
order
mix.
to be cool.
In order to be cool.
Well, you can listen to Slayer while you play your white and green deck, and it cancels it
It
out.
balances it out?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
It's
I'll have to
fast. It's
try that
fast.
again with my what's that Sarah Angel, with my Sarah
There you go,
Angel.
Sarah Angel.
Yes, I have played Magic the Gathering.
No. I warned you that there would come a time within this recording when the two of you would lose me and your geekdom, and it's happening already.
The time is now.
And I'm okay with it.
Well, as it happens, I have a whole set of Magic cards here. No, just kidding. I'm not going to pull them out.
I do.
Yes, you
and
do.
I'm not
We're gonna
kidding.
She's got it in her purse.
I do.
They're set up in like a 6-gun setup where she can like pull them, spin them into her hand.
Do you guys like draw a pentagram on the ground before you play these?
Yes,
or-
like candles.
Well, it's
Okay.
not a pentagram. You just got to draw a circle with virgin blood.
Oh, okay.
Which in my group isn't hard to find.
Yeah, I would think a game like that would make all the players nervous.
Yeah, it didn't say woman virgin. It just said virgin. Like, oh, well, that's no problem.
Dude, that's not cool. You know I have a girlfriend in Canada.
That's
You just never met her.
That's funny. Ritual seems to work. My fourth question. We went to go see Speed Racer all together last night.
That's right.
And we brought Allison along because we're like, we're recording today, so let's give us a chance for Chris to have a fourth question,
Yes.
which is, what did you think of Speed Racer?
Well, I will never have to do acid again in my life.
Again?
I will never have to do acid in my life. Just pop on Speed Racer and
Yeah. If you have some LSD or mushrooms tucked away, you can get rid of those. Go ahead and sell them.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because all you got to do is watch Speed Racer, and
Yeah.
it's pretty much the same effect.
it was insanity. It was I could just see the epilepsy happening in the crowd.
Yeah, there's no question that epileptics should not see
No.
Speed Racer
No.
at any point, or anyone who's easily confused.
Yes, or anyone who doesn't enjoy the Lifetime movie, because it seems to me like there was a couple of Lifetime movies like wedged into the.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
know what you're saying. It's like, the thing is, it would be like, crazy, crazy, crazy! And then, for 10 minutes, it's totally normal Lifetime
It's
movie.
all violins and hugging.
Family,
and,
hugging. Everybody hugged everybody.
Yes.
and everybody explained everything to the most minute detail.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's
yeah.
like, give us some credit, please, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
It's like, I wanted to take the Wachowskis aside beforehand and go, look, this is Speed Racer.
Exactly.
Speed Racer.
Nobody gives a shit about the backstory.
No.
It's all about the race scenes. It should be a short, quick, fun,
Fast.
flashy, innovative film. We do not need depth.
Lot of
Right.
grunting.
I mean,
A lot of grunting.
I cannot forgive them for making it 2+ hours. Yeah, it's a dumb it's a cartoon I love, but it's a dumb cartoon that moves really fast, and it's all about a kid who's obsessed with winning.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. No, how much depth do you need? We know Racer X is...
And the thing is, they didn't get that. Nobody talked fast, and Speed wasn't really obsessed with winning. He wanted to win, but he wasn't obsessed.
No.
And that's what I loved about Speed Racer,
Yeah.
the cartoon.
He was crazy. But I gotta win.
Yeah.
Trixie, oh. And then.
Oh, he would dog
Speed.
Trixie all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing about that is like, okay, so they met when they were kids, right? And it flashes to years later. They're both adults. They're in their 20s or whatever. And she lives in the house.
Right.
But not in the bedroom with Speed, right? They're not sharing a bedroom or anything.
Well, I can say the cartoon was always kind of ambiguous about that, too.
So what's the deal? Did her parents die or something?
That was, that's one of those things that never was explained. She was always there. But the thing was, Sparky was always there. Sparky the mechanic, who was Speed's best friend. Yeah. And Sparky is her brother. So
Sparky's her brother.
Yeah.
See, they didn't say that in the movie.
Well, no, because they had Sparky as some middle-aged Australian guy, which didn't make any goddamn sense. Well, what the fuck is this?
You gotta have an Australian guy.
Yeah, sure. If you're the Wachowskis and you're shooting over there, you got to hire some of the locals. I understand.
Well, it's just like there's that moment about 5 minutes in the middle of the movie where suddenly it's like, oh, it's the Matrix. Remember the Matrix?
Oh yeah,
we did that. And even the music sounds like the music from the Matrix.
And what's with all the weird foreigners in the movie everywhere? I mean, only people who really watch the show, like Allison admits she watched. She knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like Inspector Detector had this weird accent from what the fuckistan. I don't know what was going on with that.
The other planet behind the sun that rotates in our orbit. He's from there.
That's Earth 2.
Earth 2. Yeah. Planet X.
Yeah. But I can't say enough about Matthew Fox, who seems to be like the only guy who actually watched the cartoon. Like I could just see him coming in on Monday ready to shoot, going like, "You guys, I watched the whole box set and I'm ready. I got my Racer X character down." And everybody looked at him like, "Wait, this is based on a show?"
Didn't they say not to watch the show first?
Oh shit! I've never watched it before, but I did get extra boob job for the show. So
okay, for those who aren't here, I'd like to point out that Allison is now grabbing her breasts, and I just went through puberty for the second time.
Yeah, but you had to admit that one of the other co-stars of the movie were Susan Sarandon's boobies.
Oh yeah, they were
featured as much or not more than Susan Sarandon.
which is funny because there was a lot of beautiful women in the movie, including Christina Ricci, who herself is known for having a large set of breasts. But man, the Wachowskis are all about the cougar titties. Dude. I swear.
Well, they're at that age. You know, I'm sure like me, they saw what was that movie she made with Raul Julia? Tempest. On HBO multiple times.
Is that a big sex movie with
She's
her?
So unbelievably sexy in that movie. Oh. And on the Greek Isle, she's frolicking around with John Cassavetes and little white T-shirts that are getting wet all the time. Yeah.
Okay, but you know what it is now, right? What's going on now? It's question 5.
Oh, question 5.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I have an observation.
Okay.
And I'm trying to phrase it in a question. Doom, 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 doom,
oh no.
Doom, doom.
The audience is biting its fingernails.
Something that I know the two of you have in common, or certainly a shared interest that you don't know about.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tell us about your artistry in makeup.
I tried as much as possible to do makeup effects that you could recreate with supermarket stuff or craft store stuff.
Yeah, using supermarket things. I'll point you to her MySpace page later, Cyrus. But there's pictures of her using gelatin, store-bought stuff, where she's dressed as Abraham Lincoln and Nosferatu with makeup she did herself, and you'd never know it was her.
It's all about the gelatin, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so rad.
Yeah, no, I was
making the molds and
I was a big fan of the special effects makeup, but I rarely went so far as to do molds and stuff for things.
My question, my actual question.
Okay.
Yes. So, with us all knowing this, what movie do you think has the best makeup job?
Ooh.
Oh, that's so hard.
Or not even the best, but your favorite.
The makeup / special effects for American Werewolf in London were insane for the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
And totally awesome. Did you not think he was turning into a werewolf on the floor with the sweating and the and the eyeballs and the jaw coming out?
Well, it's just so funny that movie was, 25, 30 years ago?
Yeah, they're not doing much better.
But Rick Baker is still the leading makeup guy.
Well, practical effects are still better looking than CG.
So much better.
If you have the right practical effects guy. And Rick Baker is one of the masters of the genre. Rick Baker, Tom Savini,
Rob Bottin.
Rob Bottin. Yeah, I mean, these guys can make something look much more realistic than anything you can do with CG.
How much better would I Am Legend have been if they used makeup instead of CGI?
Tell me.
That was the biggest problem with that film.
I totally agree.
I would have really liked that film. I would have given it absolute full price if they had just used practical effects and real actors for the zombies.
Because the first time you saw them all in a circle, breathing hard. But
Yeah, it was
you were,
real people. Yeah.
insanely afraid.
Yes.
Then they turned around with the jaw out of proportion.
Yeah,
And you're like,
which you can use CG to alter
Yes.
real stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
So why
Help it
didn't they
out.
just do that? It
have
seems
no
to me
idea.
that would have been the more inexpensive way to do
Somebody talked them into like, oh, this will be quick. This will look good. This is what everybody's using these days. It'll be cheaper. Trust me.
it. It looked
Yeah.
horrible.
It ended with somebody saying, trust me.
Yeah.
Not scary.
No.
Not
Scary
scary
at
at all.
all.
It's scary if you were playing the game at home on your PlayStation.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like the way Resident Evil
Resident
is.
Evil,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well-
But as a movie, not scary.
Not so scary.
Does it bug you guys that like almost every movie we see these days, like even the good ones, they're just a few pixels away from being video games?
Yeah, it's especially Speed Racer.
Yeah. I was sitting there in the movie going, hey, push A now. Drop the car.
Right.
I had both hands on the controller.
I know.
Like, hey.
Like, you ask the usher on the way out, hey, is this game coming to Rumble Pack?
Because, I'm excited.
Now you've heard there's real Iron Man suits on the way.
Oh, God.
There's several companies competing to get military contracts for building Iron Man suits. Not just like looking just like the movie.
Sure,
The
but that
idea
type
is
of thing.
Completely self-contained exoskeletons that fly with jetpacks and all that stuff.
Of all the impressive things in that movie, one of the many things that impressed me so much was how they went far past and above and beyond the Call of Duty to make it look realistic.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in that suit and you go like, wait, that looks
Yeah.
like that could actually work.
Yeah, but my question is, when are the real Robert Downey Jr.'s on the way? Because that's what I would be interested
Wait,
Well,
oh,
there's plenty of them. There's plenty of them out there. You just need to go to an AA.
I was going to say, you've obviously
whole
never
addiction.
gone out drinking with me. You would know that there's one sitting in the room with you. Right. I have problems that would require years of therapy.
Yeah, but then you've got to go to rehab for a while and train up a bit.
Oh, wait, is that the hot part?
Oh, is that what you got to do?
Apparently,
you
that's
didn't mention
what you
that.
do.
So he wasn't hot when he was a drunk, is what you're
Well,
saying.
he was, he looks a little sick.
But you love that he was wounded. He was an artist. He had a deep soul and pathos. Everything you fall for.
No, not anymore.
Yeah,
I'm in
all he
rehab
needed to
now.
do was pull out a 20-sided die, and you'd have been all over him.
I'm in rehab now. You said
Rolling,
no more
rolling,
musicians.
rolling.
If he referenced his Vorpal sword or rolling a saving throw.
Dire stink beetle or area effect.
Dire stink beetle.
Yeah,
Is that a D&D thing?
Tell you, dude, she'll go deep.
okay.
Wow. I didn't know about I knew about dire wolves, but dire stink beetles, that
Well-
kind of, I bet you dire wolves are kind of pissed about that, actually. They're like, dude, we're the dire wolves, yeah.
Beetles.
Hey guys, we're the dire stink beetles. We should totally hang out.
We're LARPing on Tuesday at the Rec Center. Come on down.
God damn it. I told you we should have copyrighted that dire thing. Shut up.
Time to play Ditch the Dorks.
Come on, we're having T-shirts made.
The Dyers, live at the
Dyers.
community center.
Got anything else on the agenda?
Yeah, I do.
I'm sure we have plenty.
Yes. First off, we are not talking about Spider-Man. That's it.
No, do people want us to talk about Spider-Man even more?
No,
Aren't
they
aren't
keep
sick of
asking.
it?
They keep asking us to stop.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Oh, I'm done.
They're like every once in a while.
No. I said last time I was done.
We talked about Spider-Man at
Okay.
least a half hour for the last two.
Jeez.
Wow.
Okay. I got
Wow.
nothing else to say about it.
Yeah, I mean I do, but I'll save it.
I would ask you to fill me in, but you'll get in trouble.
I'll fill you in. God, I feel like
All right, that's about
Corey.
enough of that.
I
Yeah, I
know.
know.
This is terrible. I'm
Yeah, it's
sorry.
like
I apologize.
nature abhors a vacuum, and when Corey's not here, you feel like you have to fill that spot.
That's insulting
jokes.
to me and to you, and I apologize.
And to all
It's
of
kind of insulting to me too.
Oh.
I brought her here. I feel a little bit protective.
I'm
man.
sorry. You want me to hit on you too?
the- Yeah,
Well, yeah. In lieu of anything else, sure.
taste the rainbow.
I don't know how to pronounce this. Jarla Brelk, one of our members, asked us to talk about that adaptation of Akira, but into a live action film. But I don't know if either one of you has seen Akira or
Oh,
if
of
you've
course.
heard anything about this.
Yes.
No, okay, Akira
Who
is
hasn't seen Akira, Canada, Akira, Canada, Akira?
even if